We're on the air. Hello, everybody. We're back on the air, and we're sharing it back with you.
Sequatchie County has currently got the ball against McMinn Central. We've got it third, and it looks like about 6 from the goal line. 3rd and goal from about the 6. Central had to punt a few minutes ago. That was the first series of the game, and then this is just the second series. We're about 6 yards out from the goal line. Third and goal from the 6.
Reed in the shotgun. He rolls out.
McMinn Central.
And it is intercepted by McMinn Central.
In the end zone for a touchback.
What? Yes, it is. He caught it in the end zone, right?
Yes.
Okay, yep, touchback on him.
I apologize for that. I've not seen football since the Super Bowl. My terminology is a tad off. Looks like they're not having kickoffs. Central's just getting it from the 20.
Yeah, in the scrimmage, that is something I failed to mention earlier. There is no kickoff. They'll just start from the 20 every time. You know, if they're behind the 20, they'll start at the 20. There's to get it from there. But, yeah.
And on the punt, there was no rush and no return. It was just like a fair catch. Oh. Fumble. Fumble on the play. Sequatchie recovers.
Sequatchie recovers for the fumble.
We'll have it 1st and 10 from about the 13, I'd say.
Yeah, around 13, yep. Yep, right around 13, 14, somewhere in there. Keep going back.
So Sequatchie's offense will come back on the field. We apologize if we're not too specific with the yard lines. The only lines they've got out on the field are every 10. They've not got those marked with numbers. I think I mentioned that earlier.
And again, we do apologize for being off the air earlier. We had some technical issues with the Wi-Fi here. We have resolved that. If anybody would like to donate a Wi-Fi hotspot to the Spear, you're welcome to. We do need one of those. So we have a bunch of away games coming up. We really appreciate that. Anything you can do to help the Spear is something you're doing to help your community. The Spear.
Off the 1st and 10, I think Sequatchie runs it up the middle. Looks like they gained about 2, maybe 3 yards. On about the, it looks like about the 11, maybe 12. 2nd down. Chandler, they use play clock in scrimmages?
I don't believe they are right now. They may be doing it manually because most of the refs do it manually. We're one of the only places to have a play clock at our place.
Okay.
So I think they are just doing it manually. They do have a play clock, though.
It's just set to 0.
And we have a flag on the field. Looks like it's on the line because it came for the umpire. Possibly a false start or an offside.
Who's our quarterback today, Chandler?
Reed is out at shotgun and center today.
Reed. Okay.
Colby Reed. He is number 17. And that's a roster for you in case you need to.
Okay.
5
5-yard penalty on Sequatchie, I'm assuming, for false start. So 2nd and, I don't know, call it 2nd and 13. Quarterback pitches it out. Doesn't look like he gained maybe anything, but there is a flag on the play. Holding on Sequatchie.
Thank you for tuning in to the Spear today. If you can, just give us a follow on Twitter at The Spear Sports, or like us on Facebook at facebook.com/TheSpearSports. Go ahead.
So that'd be a 10-yard penalty on Sequatchie, so call it 2nd and maybe 23.
2nd and 23 for Sequatchie.
2nd and 23 from about the 33. Well,
and they're going into
that's about the 27.
And they are in McMinn Central's territory, so
right.
I'm not sure what play this is though.
The 2nd down.
We're not doing downs, we're just doing plays in this scrimmage.
No.
Oh, we do have a.
Yeah, we've got a down marker over there.
Oh wow. So maybe we are doing a true.
They've been using that all day.
I think they may be still doing 10 plays. Hold on a second.
Quarterback Reed keeps, runs it up the middle, gains maybe 6 or 7 yards. It'll be 3rd down from just past the 20.
I didn't know if they were doing now. They're doing 10 plays, but they're having the downs kind of.
I don't remember exactly where we started this series, but I think it's about 3rd and 10 from here, give or take. Maybe 3rd and 12.
All right.
So Sequatchie with the ball around the McMinn Central 20, 3rd and call it 12.
And we are, I'd say that's about 3rd and 14.
3rd and 14. I
3rd and 14,
didn't remember
13.
where this started. They're not using the scoreboard, by the way. So we apologize for that.
We do apologize for that. And Reed just throws it away, just right there in the field.
Looked like it was batted down at the line of scrimmage.
It does, but it does really look like that. But looked like to me like it was thrown. Not sure.
Oh, okay.
Not sure.
Differing opinions.
Differing opinions. That's what radio's all about, right?
Amen.
Anyways, I do want to clarify. I got some information a while ago that I think it is down in distance. They have 10 plays if they keep getting down distance, but if they don't get the down distance, it does turn over to the other team, and they will keep going for 10 plays, and that's my understanding.
So Sequatchie's got the ball, 4th down. Alex Romero is going to attempt, that looks like a 27-yard field goal. Is that what that looks like?
Yeah, we'll say 27.
Okay.
But these PATs are not live, so it is easily good.
Easily good, so that puts Sequatchie up 3-0.
3-0 in this series. And looks like Sequatchie will go to playing Brainerd right now. Brainerd is sporting their white jerseys with the red pants and blue helmets right now. And McMinn is in full white. Some of them have the dark blue pants. And they also have a light blue helmet as well, just a little bit lighter than Brainerd's. Sequatchie, though, it amazes me that all these teams are in white jerseys right now. But Sequatchie in the gold pants, some of them in the black pants, with the white jerseys and the gold helmets that don't have spears on them right now.
Brainerd has the ball on offense from the, 30?
Yeah, 30.
Brainerd on offense from their own 30.
Looks like he's in pistol, half split back, or they should get a gun, excuse me, half split back. And that will be maybe a yard or two gain
up the middle,
if anything.
Oh, that referee didn't give him but about 6 inches. So 6-inch gain up the middle. Quarterback hands it off. Loss of maybe 3. Ball is stripped, but after forward progress was stopped. Loss of 2 or 3.
Defensive offense are splitting up again as they go to the huddle with the offense. They come up to the line. I can't see what number the quarterback is. Can you? Number 9 is the quarterback. He's in the shotgun with a back to his right and a wing out to the left a little bit. He comes back, he throws it, and wide receiver just runs into one of our cornerbacks.
Pass missed him maybe a few feet to the left. So it'll be 3rd down. 3rd down and 11 from the Bradley County. Brainerd. From the Brainerd 28.
28. And number 9. Go ahead. Number 9, Davis, goes back,
Brainerd quarterback,
and he throws it up, and it'll be just over the wide receiver. As who's the cornerback out there? Can you tell? I can't from right here. That cornerback and the wide receiver out there were just neck and neck, and just really, really neck and neck, and ball just missed him over his head.
Looks like our cornerback's number 6.
6. Number 6. That'll be.
That's Brainerd.
Well, it's not in numerical order. Number 6, Adam Pickett.
All messed up today. We had all this issues, and I'm just. Ugh.
Chandler, my homework assignment for you is to put this in numerical order.
I just got that from Coach a while ago. Actually. That's not in numerical order. It's better, though. All right. Okay.
So Sequatchie's on offense now. The sign on the far sideline.
Split back. 2 wide receivers out left. Reed under shotgun. He takes it. He hands it off to number 6, Pickett. He gets down to about the 2 or 3 yard line on that straight down the middle. running the split back veer. Does look like Adam Pickett, number 6. Indians will sub in. Looks like Brandon Turner and Hayden Hicks for the halfbacks.
Indians, it looks like have huddled before about every play. It's expected from a team that keeps it on the ground a lot.
I apologize in advance. Some of these numbers on the jerseys are not right because we are at Scrimmage and everybody does different jerseys for practice. So if we get these wrong, we're terribly sorry. Deal with it. And Sequatchie County is held back at about gets to the 1 yard line. There on the carry by Hayden Hicks. Looks like Hayden Hicks. Yep.
So that should make it second down from, what would you call that, about the 3?
Yeah.
The referee spotted that last run down the field at about the 6.
Oh, okay.
We saw it at the 3, but he
Yeah.
spotted it a few yards back. Must have stepped out of bounds.
Yep. Split back veer. Two wide receivers out to the far side. And Reed takes it, and he'll get nothing. Maybe a yard loss on that one. What happened there? He got it. He got in.
Touchdown, Sequatchie.
Looks like I thought he was tackled 3 yards out, but apparently it was a touchdown for Sequatchie.
Is it possible he pitched the ball, or did he somehow manage to get out?
He had the ball in his hands the entire time.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Reed is the master over here. He's the man.
Whatever just happened, touchdown Indians.
Maybe this is good for the season, honestly. PATs are dead. Romero will come to kick. We lost a lot with the kicker last year, Christian Payne. But Romero is taking his place slowly but surely. And it is good across the fence over to the middle school.
That makes it 7-0, I believe, because that 3 was against McMinn Central.
Yep.
So 7.
Sequatchie County scored on this series. Yep.
So far, our opponents have had either 2 or 3 drives apiece. We've not been scored on, and we've scored 10.
Yep. A good crowd for the Indians tonight. Even though it was raining a lot earlier, we have a good crowd. I'm looking down, and all I see is faces. I don't see that many empty seats anywhere, honestly. Great crowd for the Indians tonight.
I would have expected this for a scrimmage if it had been a perfect day, and yet even with this weather, we've got
we have some loyal fans here at Sequatchie County, honestly. Loyal fans.
We've got, considering how far of a drive both schools had, we've got a decent number on the away side. I mean,
we have a decent number. McMinn Central, of course, is way over there to the east of us. It's above Dayton, but over more to the east. And then Brainerd is in downtown Chattanooga, I believe. Pretty good drive for both of them. I wouldn't have come to a scrimmage that far out, honestly, if I wasn't doing radio. But pretty good for both teams.
Brainerd's on offense now, second down and about 13. Quarterback pass short. Gain of about, call it 5, but as soon as the ball is in his hands, he's on the ground. I missed who tackled him, but bang play there from ball to hands to ground. So Brainerd third down and about 7 from the Brainerd 33. Quarterback screen. And he runs it up for either 6.5 or 7, depending on where the spot is, and he may have gotten the first down.
They're about at the, what would you say?
They're either at the 39 yards, and no, referee's going to call them at the 40.
Going to call them at the 40, and it's going to be a first down. Excuse me.
The sign across from us says second down, but I think it's first down.
I think it's first down, Brainerd. He's out of the shotgun, or the pistol, I do believe. He hands it off, and he'll get pushed back about 3 yards, but I think he may get a yard loss on that one, honestly.
There were about 5 Indians that stood up after he got onto the ground. They swarmed him.
Oh, yeah.
If we can play like this all season, we might not get scored on. The defense is playing great tonight.
Yep, great tonight. Of course, you got both these schools. Neither of them had more than 4 wins last year, and they're slowly but surely growing into better teams. And I do see that as they are tonight. And it's thrown downfield, and it is just right in the hands of the Brainerd receiver.
Right in his hands.
I thought it was going to be caught, honestly.
About the Sequatchie 45 or 40. He had 2 defensive players right near him, but depending on his speed, that might have been a touchdown if he could have brought that ball in and hit him in the hands. We don't play these schools this year, do we?
We do not play either of these schools, but I do know Brainerd has 2 common opponents between us, and that's Hickston and Tyner. We played them both in the spring. And McMinn Central has played Polk County and Boyd. They won 18-15, very close game with Boyd last year.
Sorry to cut you off there.
Go
Brainerd
ahead.
Quarterback throws it for a gain of about 3 to the Brainerd 43. Well, maybe a gain of about 5. I mislooked at the line of scrimmage. Gain of about 5, so it'll be 4th and 7 from the Brainerd 43.
Yes. And like I was saying, but I didn't mean to. You're fine. Cut me off. You're doing the game. Boyd Buchanan, they lost to, or one Boyd Buchanan 18-15. They lost to Polk County 21-14. And of course, we got blown out by Polk County. So this is a really, really good opponent for us to play.
Brainerd almost looked like they were going to hurry up, but stayed at the line.
And he looks like he sacked it. He got past the line of scrimmage, so it will be a tackle. No, he didn't. Did he?
No, he might have.
No, he might have got to the line of scrimmage.
The referee marked him short about 9 inches. Oh, he stepped back. He's at the line of scrimmage. The referee is going to call him at the line of scrimmage.
All right. So that will be a tackle on the play, I do believe.
That was almost a sack.
That was almost a sack.
5 or 6.
Yeah, and he got out of that. It looked like he was going to be another sack, but he got forward for a few more yards.
Did you see which Indian that was?
I did not. I believe it was. I believe it was Romero. Honestly, got in there, but I don't want to.
For my part, at least, I'm going to apologize for not thinking to look at numbers. I'm still trying to get into that habit. I'll attempt to do that.
We will do that throughout the season this year, but right now, we can't. We're still not to that point yet.
We'll get there. By the time playoffs come around, we'll have our listeners covered. Looks like Sequatchie's on offense. Flag on the play.
Are we on offense? Looks like it.
Yeah, looks like we're on offense. Flag on the play. False start. So it'll be. I think it's 1st and 15. The sign across the field from us still says it's 2nd down, but I think it's 1st and 15 from the Sequatchie County. No, is that midfield? That looks like the Brainerd 45. Oh, quarterback is going down, pitches it out. Number 12 takes it.
Brandon Turner takes it down, and he will be almost to the 30-yard line.
He got past the 30. Oh no, they're marking him short of the 30, just short.
Just short, probably about the 32, 31, somewhere in there.
31, 32. That'll be about a 25-yard gain on the play around there. Chandler, are the rules for this scrimmage different, or is the person with the down sign across from us, should that say 1st?
It should. They may have one of those that's faulty and it doesn't go to 1st.
No.
I know last year we had one that was faulty, and someone is down at the 15-yard line for, I do believe it's a Brainerd player. And, of course, every player on the field taking a knee for that.
Currently getting looked at by the Brainerd trainers or coaches.
And Coach Watt.
He's moving. So
he is moving, so that's good. Always a good sign when you see him moving.
And he's up and walking back across the field, so we're glad for that.
Glad for that always.
Never want any players to get hurt, especially in something like a scrimmage.
Yes, never.
So back to the game. Sequatchie County will have the ball at the Brainerd 30.
It looks like Brainerd has a 3-man front. It looks like a nose and two tackles or 2 ends at the end, and they'll run a true 3-4. And Colby hands it off, and it looks like Brandon Turner was down, but he just goes through him. Man.
Most running backs might have been down there a few times on that run, but it looks like he picked up about 9.
And that is something you're saying with the Sequatchie County team is that they're a lot more resilient than were last year. If they got hit last year, they might fall down. They might get another yard. You don't know. This year, it's definitely they get hit, they're going to keep going unless they take a massive hit. That's something you can count on this year.
So 2nd down and maybe 1, if not a little bit less, from the Brainerd 21.
And Reed is under center with the split backs. It looks like can't tell who's in the backfield because of the angle here. He'll take it out and he'll pitch it and he'll throw it back. And it's still a live ball, but it goes out of bounds.
Loss of about 6 or 7 on the play.
All right.
Be 3rd down and we can call that. I'll call that 7. 3rd down and 7.
I'll just say if I was, I know I can never be in these player positions, but that one was kind of a play where he should have just fell forward because pitching that ball that close to the sideline with that many players coming at you is always a spell for danger.
It is, but he's young. He's a freshman or a sophomore?
Who, Colby?
Yeah,
he is a junior this year.
he's a junior.
He played last year as a sophomore. He was starting games.
I apologize for that. I don't know
Yeah,
why I was thinking he
it's
was so
understandable. He's small. He is small, so he's a small quarterback. Back moves. He goes out, rolls out, and throws it, and it is caught by. Can't tell. Sorry, my eyesight's not the best. I promise you we'll try to get
number 8, Brad Thompson.
Brad Thompson, number 8.
He threw it from about the 30 or 31, so it was only a gain of about 1 or 2. So
And-
it'll be 4th down Sequatchie from the Brainerd 25 and a half.
Brad is a senior on this year's team. He's a wide receiver and cornerback. He's listed on here as 6'4", 190. Pretty big guy, pretty tall guy, built for a wide receiver, definitely. He's definitely, and that's just what's listed on here. He may be heavier than that, honestly, because he's gained some muscle over this offseason.
Sequatchie's offense still on the field on 4th down, 4th and about 6.
Takes him in the shotgun. Colby goes out. He just throws it away for the pressure coming up.
Flag on the play.
And I think it may be
Intentional grounding.
intentional grounding. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Not sure.
The referee signaled it to be against the Indians.
What do he do?
Did you say what he do?
Yeah.
He pointed that way. He's coming out to give the call. Holding on the Indians. The penalty is declined.
Because it is, I think it is the 10th play, so it will be declined. The Indians will go to the end zone near the field house and wait for Brainerd and McMinn Central to have their little scrimmage go on here.
Their little scrimmage?
Their little scrimmage. We don't consider it a big scrimmage unless the Indians are involved. No disrespect, just it's at our house, so. But, yeah, we have a lot of things going on with Indian football, honestly. Let's go. I mean, we'll just go through the schedule and see. Go back there and get the schedule right there if you don't mind, real quick. We're going to go through the schedule a little bit and just kind of give you some insight about that while we're talking, while they're going through their scrimmage part of it. And, to start out the season, they have community. And honestly, I think that'll be a sleeper. I can't tell you. I can't promise you it'll be a sleeper, but I can about guarantee it.
After community, we have a bye week, don't we?
We do have a bye week, and I don't know why he schedules it that way. It's just been scheduled like that for the past 2 years, so I'm not sure.
That doesn't help us very much, but it does do one good thing. It raises our chances of beating Grundy County. How good they were already, now it's even higher, and you always got to like that.
Yep, always. South Pitt, that's going to be a big game. I've got them a little bit closer than everybody else had them. I think 35-31, it's going to be a score, but we're going to lose that game, definitely. It's going to be closer than what everybody does. And I did the 35-31 to kind of show people that it will be closer.
That's almost tough having that as the third game after our bye week, because no matter win or lose, that's going to be tough on our players having to play that physical, that fast of a team.
Yeah, and they run that wing tee, and they have athletes that run that wing tee. With a regular team that doesn't have that many athletes, it's an average team. You run a wing tee, you can do some good damage with it. With South Pittsburgh, where they have the athletes, it's amazing how much damage they can do with just that. CCS is up next.
CCS, not a big-time football school. When you think of football in Chattanooga, CCS is definitely not a school that comes
And when
to mind.
CCS thinks of football, they think soccer over football most of the time.
European football there.
Yeah. I've got them winning pretty handily. Not too handily. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. It's going to be close in the first and second quarter, but go along with that. Marion County, here's the big one that everybody talks about. Not because it's a rival, but because, you know, it was a big game last year. Then you had the coaching scandal that went on. Then you had this and that. And it's going to be a tough game to call because it's going to be that momentum saying, oh, they're good, but we don't know how good they are because their schedule up front is pretty easy. I think they have Whitwell, Grundy, Lookout Valley, Chattanooga Central, and
schedule I'd love for us to have.
I'd love for us to have, honestly. They're all 1A teams, and they're all, compared to Marion County, they're nothing.
And that's a hard game to call, too, us against Marion, because last year, I think Marion beat us by double digits, but that didn't happen until late in the game. We were really even that entire game.
We got outmanned. And what I mean by outmanned, they didn't have any more people than we did. They had more conditioning than we did.
Just an update on the scrimmage going on in front of us. Brainerd started on offense from their own 30 against McMinn Central. First 3 plays might have had a net of loss of a yard. Then they gained 10 on the 4th down play, so I think McMinn Central will take over on offense from the Brainerd 40.
Okay. And I would like to tell you, if you are listening right now, we have about, let's see, right now I think we have about 11 listeners right now. 13, we just updated that. And if you're listening right now, I would ask you give us a tweet or something, ask us how the game's going, this, that. We'll give you a shout-out on the air, maybe on Twitter if you give us a funny tweet or something. We'll give you a shout-out. Anybody that you know is in the stands, that they're here, tell them to come up to the booth. We'll give you a shout-out. We'll go along with that.
Tell everybody about us. We'll try to be at away games, try to set that up with the other schools where we can broadcast the away games. If you can go to the away games, go, support the team. But if for whatever reason something keeps you from it and you have to be at home those nights, we'll be on the air for you.
And that's what we're talking about tonight. I think everybody wanted to come out here, but because of the rain, because it was on a Friday, most people that Friday before the first football game, they try to do everything they can that Friday instead of waiting to do it in the season because they know they're going to games. So that's why we tried to broadcast this, because not a lot of people could be here, especially because of the rain. But we do have a good crowd out here tonight. And to go along with that, we got after Marion County. That's the first 5 games of the schedule.
Those are nothing.
Those are nothing. Well, Marion County is going to be a tough game, and South Pitt's going to be a tough game.
I didn't mean tough game wise. I mean as far as Bledsoe is next, and during the Bledsoe week, nothing else matters. Bledsoe. That Bledsoe is always an even game. It doesn't matter whether we're undefeated going in and they're winless or vice versa. Throw stats out the window for Bledsoe.
Oh yeah. See, the thing is, when you get all these, and he talked about Bledsoe being that close game, I think the stump's going to be back here this year. It's going to be back here. Of course
it's going to be back here.
If you're a Sequatchie County fan, you can't just say, oh, you got to say it's coming back here. You got to have that confidence. It's going to be a close game. Sequatchie County's going to win it. I'll leave it at that. Snow Memorial. That's an interesting game. And they're trying to keep tabs on the scrimmage going on in front of us. McMinn is in the pistol right here, and he scrolls out, and he catches it, and he will be in the end zone. Just as I looked at that play, he gets in the end zone.
That was uncanny, Chandler.
Oh, we got a flag back at the line of scrimmage, or close to the line of scrimmage.
And it will be against McMinn Central.
And it will be against McMinn Central. Not sure what that is.
That was a nice play, though. The line of scrimmage for that play was the
illegal man downfield.
Illegal man downfield against McMinn Central.
Thank you.
We've got some
McMinn Central guys over here to the side of us, so they're helping us out a little bit. We got a question from Jake Tibbs on social media. What are your guys' prediction on the Marion South Pitt game?
I assume we're talking about regular season, not
yeah.
Okay, nobody cares.
Well, they do play in the Jamboree, and that may come into that's not really a factor when you talk about high school football, because the Jamboree is a whole different animal.
I look at Marion South Pitt a little bit like I look at us against Bledsoe. South Pittsburgh is that team that they should run the score up on Marion every year, but throw stats out the window.
Yeah.
And
just like us, we should beat Bledsoe every year.
Should we?
Not every year, but most years we should beat Bledsoe. But you can throw like I said, it's a rivalry. You throw the stats, the playbooks, the rules out the window.
So what are your thoughts on that game, Chandler?
My thoughts on that game, definitely South Pitt. I'm just not convinced that it'll be a blowout.
I've got South Pitt, but I'm with you. I've got that a whole lot closer than the depth chart should have it being.
Well, they have a lot. Marion County has a lot more players. They're a 1A school, and they have as many players on their football team as we do.
Oh, wow.
South Pitt, not so much. Of course, they have a lot of athletes on their team.
Oh, yeah.
But
that's going to definitely be a high-scoring game.
High-scoring game. I'll give you a score, too. I'm going to say 42-35 South Pitt.
I don't know enough about either school to be able to give you a score, but I'm going to go with South Pitt win, but close.
Close. They both run that wing tee to the bone. I mean, they both run it really, 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 really hard, like we used to when Barger was here. But
is that game in South Pittsburgh or Jasper this year?
I'm not sure. I think it is.
If anybody knows, let us know.
If anybody knows, yeah. Jake Tibbs, since you tweeted that in, let us know where they're playing at this year.
I think it's on the spot there, Jake.
Putting you on the spot there. I think it is South Pittsburgh, but I'm not for sure. Because I think they played at Marion County last year because the scandal was at Marion County, I think, but I'm not sure.
Hate to keep bringing that up, but it is relevant.
It is relevant. I hate to talk about it. I know there's some people in this community, in Marion County's community, that are hurt by that, or it's affected them a lot, especially the players. And I feel for the players because it wasn't their fault; it was the coaches, But I mean, it's big, and it's going to be something that's going to plague this Marion County team this year. And the connection with Sequatchie is very, very big. Colquitt used to coach there. That's one big connection. They were. There's a short gain to the wide receiver for Brainerd. They were accused of stealing South Pittsburgh's playbooks and our playbooks. But there's that connection to them, and I hate to bring it up again, and I try not to, but you have to bring it up when you talk about Marion County, honestly, especially if you're the media.
Especially in a game against South Pittsburgh.
Yes, especially against South Pittsburgh. You have to bring that up because that was the reason, or that was the alleged reason they thought at first that it happened.
Update on the McMinn Central Brainerd game. Brainerd's on offense. They had the ball third and about 3 from their own 47. Picked up, looked like about 6 yards to me, maybe 7. So they'll have it 1st and 10 from the McMinn Central 46.
Yep.
Brainerd still has either team scored?
McMinn Central did while
that was called back.
That was called back. I
okay,
forgot about that.
So it's still scoreless here.
It's still scoreless here with them.
They started out the scrimmages today started out with this matchup. I don't remember what the score was there.
I don't either. I think it was scoreless as well. Let's go back to the prediction. Stone Memorial, we got a 31-28 game. I do anyways. We got an update from Jake Tibbs, and he said the game on Halloween
is at South Pittsburgh.
Is out South Pittsburgh.
You know South Pitt's going to do something cool with that with their colors.
They have to. I mean, when you're black and orange, you have to do something on Halloween that's cool. I mean, you can't. I mean, if you don't, I think you should be suspended for at least a game or two. Your whole team. I think you should, honestly.
Man, that's interesting. Marion at South Pitt on Halloween. If I wasn't an Indians fan, I think I'd be there.
Honestly, yeah. I think that's the last game of the year, and we'll be playing South Signal Mountain, so it might be a good idea. I don't know. We'll get that in a minute. Notre Dame. What do you got with Notre Dame?
Notre Dame, I've got a 31-20 loss, simply because we're a whole lot better than we are last year, and there's no way we get blown out again like we did last year.
Yeah, we were scoreless. We were scoreless last year.
I don't even talk about that.
I mean, we were able to kick field goals 3 times. At near the end of the game, you at least think we want to kick a field goal, make it not look not so bad. When you keep somebody out of the end zone or out of the field goal, that looks pretty bad on you. I think it'll be a 38-21 loss for Sequatchie.
Now, did we just not attempt the field goals, or were they missed?
We didn't attempt them.
Oh, okay. We were trying to get in the end zone.
Yeah. Coach Colquitt's a stubborn coach. I will say that. I love the man to death, but he's stubborn. Boyd Buchanan. That's going to be an interesting game.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. The reason I say that is we're over there. I have to say, I've got to win.
I've got to win also. I mean, we both have it fairly close. I've got it 4 points, 35-31. Chandler's got it 34-21, so he thinks it's going to be obviously
it's going to be one of these games that goes in the third quarter where you don't really know. One team might be ahead, but barely. I think what's going to happen is it's going to be about 28-21, maybe even 24-21 going into the half, the first to the third quarter, and then it's going to kind of get blown out a little bit.
Because last year they were leading us. for
And we came
a
back.
decent portion of that game. We came back and beat them by double digits.
Yep. Yeah, that was an interesting game last year. Ambulance on the field last year with Brad Thompson. We were actually talking about that earlier. That was the only time last year we saw an ambulance on the field. Brad Thompson was injured. And it looked like his neck they'd hurt, but he came out the next day and he was doing really, really good. Anyways, we got after Boyd Buchanan, and that's kind of a bye. That's not really a bye week, but it is a warm-up week for us because we got Notre Dame. Thank God we don't have Notre Dame and Signal Mountain back-to-back. We used to have a bye week between the two, but now we have a warm-up game, so we're staying a little bit up there. Signal Mountain.
I feel for all of our seniors every other year who have senior night against Signal Mountain. That's just tough.
It is, especially this past year. We had senior night, and we were kind of close the first quarter. I mean, as close as you can be to Signal Mountain in the first quarter.
I was at the Bledsoe game that night. I apologize.
Traitor. Anyways.
we were away to Signal, and everybody knew what was going to happen. I mean...
Away to Signal? We were at home this past year.
You sure?
Yeah.
Were we? Oh, I
2 years, because I remember...
No, if we were here, then I was here.
Yeah.
Okay, if we were at home, then I was here.
Yeah. And that was a bad loss. I believe it was... I think we scored on them. But what was interesting, and I saw this. Did you see this the other day? Look, I saw this the other day online. Notre Dame is picked to win District 7 AA.
I did see that. That's amazing to me.
That is amazing to me. And we'll get to these questions here in a minute. We got some questions from our social media. We got 2 or 3. I just want to know why. Why would they do that? The Murphy Fair, they do this this high school football rankings every single year before they do a preseason and a postseason. This preseason, they pick Notre Dame. Here's the list. Here's the list they picked. Notre Dame, Signal Mountain, Sequatchie County, Bledsoe, Grundy.
Where's CCS in there?
Or CCS, it was Bledsoe, CCS, Grundy, I believe.
I don't think I've ever heard somebody pick Notre Dame over Signal Mountain in my life.
I don't see how you could. I mean, that was a close game last year, but Signal Mountain just has that presence that makes you feel like they're going to win every game.
And
here we go, a long pass, and it is, just missed. Sorry, we had to go back in the game. We saw a pass go up, and we got to go for it. Back to that, I just don't see how they pick Notre Dame.
Has Notre Dame ever beaten Signal Mountain?
I think so. Once
out of...
Signal Mountain's only come up recently. I think 2008 or 2009 was the first time they started playing actual football.
Actual varsity
football, yes. They played JV football for 2 years before they played, and that's why they were so good right out the gate. And they were a 4A school inside a 2A division. When you play the likes of Marion County, Whitwell, Lookout Valley, all of them, you can't really win. Or you can't really lose to those schools.
No, there's
no possible
there's no way.
Anyways, we'll go back to this. Since we went through this and told you what we'll win and everything, we've got, and I'm going to pause this for a second. I'm going to go to our questions on social media. Jake Tibbs, how about your favorite tribe moments? What do you got there, Brent?
Favorite tribe moments? I'd hate to do the obvious one and say roller coaster at basketball games, so I'm not going to do that. How about you answer that, Chandler? Let me think on that. I didn't really sit with the tribe the entire year, but I enjoyed watching them.
One thing I really did enjoy about the tribe was they were there at almost every game. My favorite tribe moment, though, that's a tough one. The sign we held up at Notre Dame that said "God loves us for free."
Oh,
that was a pretty good one. I have to agree. That was an awesome. That was a funny moment. And when we did fly swatters at the Grundy game.
I enjoyed the fly swatters at the Grundy game. Yeah.
And the sign we held up that said GTA 6 Grundy County. Pretty funny moment there. So we do have someone else, and this is something I want to share with you. A friend of mine, his name is Ben Hargrove.
Friend of mine too,
yep. We want to thank you for giving us the shout-out on Twitter. He said, "I'm really glad that you all make this possible for people to listen to the scrimmages and games. Thanks, guys." We want to thank you for listening, Ben. Definitely. Thank you for listening. You listeners help us out a lot, honestly. And we do have Sequatchie County back on the field, and they're on defense.
Oh, I missed that. McMinn Central is on offense against us. They, what is that, the 30-yard line? They started from their own 30-yard line. Seemed like the first play of this matchup, they gained 17. Oh, no, called back for a flag.
Laundry on the field. What was your favorite tribe moment while they're getting this laundry sorted out?
That's too hard to pick, so I'm just going to copy you and say Floss Waters.
Floss Waters. What was your favorite Bledsoe moment? That whole game was a good moment.
The energy. That you can't pick just the moment. I enjoyed the energy.
We had a favorite from PEF Chattanooga, and we'll shout out to them. PEF Chattanooga, PEF's mission is to improve student achievement in public schools so that children succeed in learning in life in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Thank you for giving us the follow and the favorite here a while ago.
That flag went against McMinn Central. It looked like a 10-yard penalty, so I'm assuming holding, but I was looking at the computer screen, so I didn't see the ref's call. But 10-yard penalty against McMinn Central on the first play. So it will be second down, I believe, and that's a long way, 10, 20. Second down and about 29 from the McMinn Central 11.
Got a shout out from Jake Tibbs. Big thanks to the Spear Sports for making my night twice as great. And he'll hand it off, and he'll get stuck.
He didn't hand it off.
It looked like he handed it off. Oh, he fooled me.
That was a good thing. Threw it down to about the 30 from the goal line, so that would be a gain of about 19. So it'll be 3rd and 10 from the original line of scrimmage, the McMinn Central 30.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. He caught the ball, and I thought he had me fooled for a second there. Like I said, Jake Tibbs, thank you for giving us that shout out there. I like to get the social media involved. As Brainerd quarterback takes it, he is chased, and he throws it up. Almost went to the hands of number 29, Dylan Sanders.
He was doing his job too well. If he would
have looked up for just a second, oh man, he could have had an interception and went down the field a little bit. Honestly,
doing his job, keeping his eyes on the receiver.
We like that. We do like that.
So it'll be 4th and 10, McMinn Central from their own 30. Almost looks like they've got their offense on the field, but they've got a guy back looks like he's about to punt. So, no, they're putting their punt team on the field. I probably would.
See, I don't know why they. I thought at the scrimmages we don't punt as much. I thought we did say we were going to punt and then go 30 yards down the field, but I think they're far back enough that they want to punt and get out of there as much as possible.
They're actually punting, but there's no rush and there's no return.
Yep. So wherever he catches it is where he'll take it. And it goes out of bounds, then
just like a fair catch on a normal punt.
And we would like to thank our if you're tuning in and you're a Brainerd or McMinn
Central.
McMinn Central, excuse me. We're not used to the name. We're used to more to McMinn County than we are McMinn Central. We would like to thank you for tuning in if you are. And it looks like we're getting some of y'all tuning in. We got 30 listeners now. And thank you to Corey Turner. He's giving us some feedback here. Doing good. Sounds clear. Well, thank you very much, Corey Turner. We appreciate it. Back on the field.
Punted at about 32 yards. I'm not sure how far from the actual line of scrimmage, but from his foot to the player was about 32. So Sequatchie County will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 40.
Yep. And he'll spot the ball.
At the 40.
At the 40, sorry. I zoned out for a second. Sorry about that. And they are going against the McMinn Central defense. They're running a forefront as Colby comes up to center with two backs in the backfield. It looks like Hayden and Brandon Turner. And he takes it himself and runs up a little bit, and he'll get about 4 yards on the play, maybe?
Yeah, it looks like about 4 yards.
And that's how it's going today.
Pretty good movement in between those defensive players. I didn't think he'd get more than about one. So the fact that he was able to make something out of that was pretty good on Colby's part. Sequatchie County offense has huddled, I think, almost every play, if not every play that they've had on offense.
Definitely no huddle with this team. That split back veer is a slow, methodical kind of style, and they'll go into it again. Two backs to the far side, or two wide receivers to the far side, and it will be false start. Jared Bass, number 61, stepping out of place there. It's just something you got to work with this team. You got to have discipline, and I think they're instilling it. This is the first false start play they've had on this tonight, I do believe.
I don't remember.
I think it is.
I think you might be right.
I think the other time it was offsides on the offense. But here they go again. Reed at center again. He'll hand it off, and it's a
gain of about 1 or 2.
Maybe.
So that'll put it back around the original line of scrimmage. We'll have it third and about 10 from the Sequatchie County 40.
Yep. Sorry, it's kind of cool to see all these teams coming out, and you've had a pretty good away crowd, honestly.
Especially considering how far they all had to drive.
McMinn Central is a far away. I mean, it's closer than most schools, but it's pretty far away.
Me and Dad, when we go up to Tennessee football games, we consider Athens to be halfway between our house and Knoxville. So that's just to give you a...
And Colby comes out and runs, and he will be tackled about 2... might have picked up a yard, actually, looking at it now, and it'll be 4th down. He ran around, and if he would have got all the yards just running around, he might have got 10 yards. Honestly, but he was running sideways in the backfield. So
looks like our punt team's coming on the field for that.
Punt team is coming on the field.
4th and 7. We're going to punt from our own 43.
And the Sequatchie County team is you may not see it. You can't see it here, but they're actually on the away side right now, and McMinn Central is on the home side. Kind of a mix up for them to be on that side. I've never played football and been on that side, so
it's messing with my head because I'm looking to the visitors' side and I'm seeing Sequatchie County helmets.
At Sequatchie County's field.
At Sequatchie County's field.
Here we go. They're going to hit it back, and looks like...
Who's that punting?
I don't know.
It's not Romero. That's number 24.
24? Or 29?
Oh, is that 29?
That's 29. That's Dylan Sanders. Dylan Sanders punting, and it will go to McMinn Central.
Well, where did he catch that at? I was looking down at the
I didn't catch it. The visibility I have right here.
Referee's putting it at the...
at the
Sequatchie County 40.
No.
No, the McMinn Central 40.
Yeah.
I apologize. So McMinn Central will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 40.
It's so much clearer. I guess it is.
Quarterback under center, hands it off. Up the field, gains about 1.5 yards, maybe 2 yards. McMinn Central 2nd and 8 from their own 42.
We want to give a shout out to News Channel 9 for retweeting the tweet we had earlier about the actual scrimmage. They followed us the other day, and I'm really, really appreciative of that as we go in, and they'll run a Maryland-style package, which is a Maryland-style eye, and he gets up about 6-7 yards, maybe.
He got the first down there. He
definitely got the first down.
I mean, if he got 7 yards on that play, I think he got 8 after the contact. He was touched. It looked about the line of scrimmage or before. That was was some ball, and they're almost hurrying it up.
Oh man, they're doing a hurry-up Maryland formation. This is odd right here. This is very, very odd, but it's working for them. They're running up and they're pounding that ball very, very fast.
3 or 4 right up the middle off that. Quarterback handed it off to one of his
And when I say Maryland eye, I don't mean to cut you off, Brent.
How about it?
Maryland eye is like a regular eye formation, except that there are 2 fullbacks instead of 1. So you'll see, and there'll be 4 people in the backfield, including the quarterback, and they'll just keep running. But they're running a hurry-up style of it. This is something I've always seen, and he runs, he gashes it, and he will get about 10 yards on that one. Oh, probably more like 15.
Between 15 and 18 yards he got on that, so it'll be McMinn Central's ball from the Sequatchie County 25, 1st and 10.
The only time I've seen this formation run that fast is on NCAA football video game, honestly. This is like video game style. This is the style I play on video games. And they're in that Maryland eye again, and they're just playing hurry up out of that.
I've seen Oregon play in about 1,000 formations, and I'm not even seeing them play.
And he will get coughed up in the backfield, I do believe.
He might have got back to the line.
Might have got back to the line, but I'm thinking a 1-yard loss right there.
Still 2nd and 10, 2nd and 11 from about the 25 or 26. Wish they had like full lines on this field. That'd make it easier on us. I know I keep complaining about that, but
and they'll run it up the middle again for another gain. And man, they're just pushing. I mean, man, this is the weirdest way I've ever seen this formation run. I've never seen this formation run this fast, honestly. And they will get into that Maryland eye again, and they will run the ball.
It's about 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1, and they'll just pound it.
3rd and 1 from.
And they'll hand it off, and he definitely gets it. He'll get about
easily.
3 or 4 yards. Yeah.
He got more than that. Maybe. It looks like it'll be 1st and 10 from about the 11. They're just running the ball down our throats right now.
Maybe putting McMinn on the home side was not to our advantage, honestly.
Let's switch it up. If they score, I almost said after.
And they may be doing McMinn right now so they can go ahead and go home, and I'm not sure. They are farther away than Brainerd. Brainerd just has to go over the mountain. They have to go over the mountain a long
Through
ways.
the woods.
And he'll go, and the back will go around a little bit, and he will get about, 2, 3, something like that?
Yeah, about 3. So that'll make it 2nd and... Almost looks like 2nd and maybe 8 from, what is that, the 18?
Yeah, right around there. I want to thank all our listeners today for listening and sticking with us for as long as you have with all these technical difficulties as Brainerd runs it down, and it's a fullback, and the fullback will, oh, no, wait. Is it a touchdown?
Touchdown. Pass to the end zone.
Pass to the end. Let me explain what happened there. He faked it off to 2 fullbacks and then ran past the halfback. I mean, I thought he had it, honestly. And he rolls out and throws it into the end zone. And I think it's still not a touchdown, honestly. They're lining up like it's not a touchdown. They're in that Maryland formation yet again.
We sure it's not a touchdown?
Yeah, they're running another play.
I didn't know whether they were going.
And did he get it?
Touchdown.
And it will be a touchdown as signified by the refs. If I talk to you about this, if I talk to you about the scrimmage tomorrow, you're going to ask me what did they run. I'm going to tell you they ran a hurry up Maryland I formation, something I've never seen before. That is the weirdest way I've seen that formation. I know I say it a lot, but that is really, really weird when you talk football.
Well, looking at how they just absolutely ran at will down the field on us, we might need to look at that. That was interesting. That was both quick and powerful and effective, and you don't usually get a combination of all 3. PAT. That was close. I didn't see whether it was good. My view is obstructed. Did you see?
I think
I heard no good. No good.
They're no good. I think they signal it no good. Man, that is dang. We need to work on getting that formation, honestly. Yeah. And Sequatchie County's still in the field. They'll go on offense with a split back veer. And these coaches from McMinn Central were prepared today, honestly. We don't play McMinn Central in the season. I'm glad we don't now because of that how they ran on Will. But they told us earlier that goal line, that was more for goal line than it was anything else. But they ran the heck out of it.
I'm interested now to keep up with McMinn Central and how they do this year because I want to know if they keep playing like they just did right there, how far they get.
And see, I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting to see when I saw Maryland formation, I was expecting to see it slow, methodical, like that. And Reed is in shotgun right now with 2 backs. No, whoa. Looks like, is it Reed?
I can't tell.
I can't tell
He's
from here either.
too far away. Yeah,
it is Reed. It is Reed. But I think we got the JV in right now, honestly.
Oh, that was almost intercepted. Low throw about.
No catch, though. No catch.
No catch. Almost intercepted. Sorry. Should have said no catch to start with.
No catch. It was almost intercepted, though. It was on the ground.
So we'll have it 2nd and 10 from our own 30.
Yep. I think it does look like they got the JV in right now, honestly.
Plus Reed.
Of course, they don't have. I don't think they have another quarterback to back him up right now because they're still learning. But
Bass is number 61, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, he's still in there.
He's still in there. They may have the rest of the JV. I'm not sure. It kind of looks like them here. They're small. They're smaller. Everybody's smaller over here. So, and Reed will take it up the middle, and he runs over. A guy hurdles him, and he'll get about 15 yards on that.
He got about 22 off that. The marks are over 10.
I know. He did get about 22 off. That's right. Sorry, I misread that information. We're still getting used to the lines here. We don't have the hash marks. We just have a 10-yard line every 10 yards, and that's about it.
question about Romero. He's only been playing American football, I think this is his 4th year.
4th year?
Because he immigrated from Mexico 4 or 5 years ago.
Uh-huh.
So they don't play American football.
Well, see, I don't think he started kicking until this 2 years ago, I think.
That might be right, but he hadn't even touched a football.
Yeah, I think my junior, his sophomore.
Offense is coming on the field. They're starting from their own 30 against
Using the shotgun, two wide receivers out on each side, and
hands it off in the backfield for a loss of about 2. So that'll be Brainerd on offense against Sequatchie County's defense, 2nd and 12 from their own 28.
Looks very different for the Indians, though, honestly, because the Brainerd, the Brainerd look on here is a spread offense looking thing. We got 2 wide receivers at each side with a back in the backfield to the near side of the quarterback, and he'll take the snap this time.
Quick pass.
And he'll miss the pass.
Quick pass, just a little low for his receiver. So it'll be Brainerd 3rd and 12 from their own 28.
From the shotgun, and there'll be a believe it or not, it's Sequatchie County's second biggest field, but they're the biggest in crowd attendance. But you can fit more people into the Whitwell Stadium than you can from Sequatchie.
And when we're ranking those stadiums, we do mean in the Sequatchie Valley.
In the Sequatchie Valley, yes, and the ones that will host the Jamboree, because not all of them host the Jamboree.
And we're counting Grundy in this, too.
Yeah. We got Brainerd quarterback throws it up, and it's just too long for the wide receiver.
Defending there for Sequatchie, number 11, Troy Sanders.
Yeah. I remember when I used to love playing 3-team scrimmages, especially ours. So we get barbecue at the end of ours for free. But you always get a break in between playing teams, so you get to watch 2 other teams play football, but you're sitting on the sideline having a kind of a break. So very good times back in the day. It makes you feel old, but that was back in the day for me. Just about a year ago, I would be in this position. So, yeah. And we'll give shout-outs to you on the air if you come up to the press box or if you tweet us on Twitter at The Spear Sports. Get your followers to follow us, and we may give you a shout-out or maybe a little prize as well here in a week or 2 on Twitter. We're still working on some sponsorships right now, so we may get some prizes coming in. And if you like to sponsor us, you're welcome to. Just get on Facebook or Twitter and give me that information. As the Brainerd, it looks like
Sequatchie's got the ball.
Sequatchie's got the ball.
Sequatchie had the ball from the Brainerd, looked like the Brainerd 40, ran it up the field for about gain of maybe 15. So
and that will be number 6. Is it 16 or 6?
I can't tell.
Can't tell he's running. I think it's 6, and that will be Adam Pickett with the run up the field.
So it will be Sequatchie 1st and 10 from the Brainerd 25.
Yep. And here comes Sequatchie County to the line. It's still Reed up at quarterback with the 2 backs in the backfield and 1 wide receiver out to each side. He'll come under center. He'll hand it off to Brandon Turner, and he'll go for about a 5-yard gain.
So it'll be Sequatchie County second down from, looks like the ref spotted it about the 18, so Sequatchie County second and 3 or 4, maybe 5. Call it an average, call it 4. Sequatchie County second down.
To take him down through the Indians.
He got close to the
first down marker.
First down marker.
Yep.
I think he'll come up a few yards short. Yeah, he's definitely
a few yards short.
So it'll probably 4th and.
Again, because of the game, he'll take the snap. And here he goes. And he'll try to hand it off, but he comes outside and he'll miss the pass just about yard.
Almost sacked. He is put on the ground.
Like I was saying, that 2 was there because we had a punt. We were punting the ball. They finally stopped us, and the punt just went right into the end zone. And that's why the safety was there, because it went right at the end of the end zone.
Was that a 49-2 win or a 49-2 loss?
49-2 win.
There we go.
That's always good for Sequatchie County when you have 49-2 win. Not so much the 2, but the 49's good. Always like to see a safety. And they Central's already left. They have quite a ride, so they got done early. So we'll see Brainerd and Sequatchie go out for a little bit more. And the pass is just too high for the number 1 receiver for Brainerd. And let's see if we can't get a name for him.
And if you're listening from McMinn Central, y'all got some good guys that were up here in the press box with us. We enjoyed talking to them.
We did enjoy talking to them while we had that lightning delay, and they gave us some information throughout this broadcast, and we really, really appreciate them a lot. And that was number 1.
Is this the roster?
That's McMinn Central.
Oh, that's McMinn's.
Oh, they don't have a number 1. Maybe it's some of their newer players, and I don't know which one that is, and I don't want to try to attempt to do this. And they're lining up for the end of the game. And this has been a good scrimmage. It's been good to stay with you right here. Sequatchie was just overpowering to everybody.
Except on that one drive.
Except on one drive with McMinn Central. And what we got here going here? Looks like they're all coming back to the sideline. Doesn't look like they're going out. Get off the air. Well, I'm sorry for you because we got some more football.